Your spouse hides a secret letter in her room. He wants something. Don't skip God, my beloved child, stop scrolling. Breathe. This moment is not random, something hidden is unfolding right now, and the universe guided you here for a reason you may not yet see. There is a quiet revelation moving toward you, softly but insistently. It arrives not with noise, but with recognition, the kind that makes your heart pause because it feels personal. You didn't click this by accident. Timing is sacred, and this timing is yours. Something long veiled is ready to surface, and the divine is asking you to listen beyond logic, beyond fear, into the still place where truth lives. You've been sensing it, haven't you? That subtle pull. That feeling that a chapter is turning behind the scenes while you wait, pray, wonder. The universe never reveals everything at once. It reveals what you are ready to hold. And today, readiness is the message. Something hidden has been kept close, protected by silence and love, and now the veil is thinning. Hear this gently, but clearly, as it was given. Your spouse hides a secret letter in her room. He wants something. Don't skip God. These words are not meant to disturb you, they are meant to awaken you. Not every secret is betrayal. Some are confessions of fear, longing, or hope waiting for divine permission to be spoken. The universe knows your heart has been asking for clarity. God sees the questions you haven't said out loud. This is not about suspicion, this is about understanding. About compassion. About alignment. You are being invited into a deeper awareness, where truth is revealed not to hurt, but to heal. What has been hidden carries a message meant to bring growth, not separation. Trust that divine timing is precise. Trust that love, when guided by God, moves toward light, even when it begins in shadow. If this resonates, it's because your spirit recognizes the frequency. You are not alone in this moment. The universe is walking with you, offering insight instead of confusion, peace instead of fear. This revelation comes with purpose, to strengthen bonds, to clear misunderstandings, to realign hearts with honesty and grace. Stay present. Watch until the end. Do not rush past what your soul asked to receive. There is hope here. There is clarity here. There is a divine reason this message found you now. If you feel this message speaking directly to you, honor it. Like this video to seal the intention. Share it with someone who may need this gentle awakening. Subscribe to the channel to stay connected with messages meant for your path. And most importantly, watch this complete video, because what comes next may be exactly what God has been preparing you to hear. I also want to pass on a time-sensitive message from the moon to you. And you need to hear it today. A subtle yet powerful energy will push you to make a critical decision by the end of the week. You won't find the answer in your horoscope, so don't bother looking there. Click the link in the description to see your free personalized video moon reading. I was amazed at how accurate my reading was, and I know you will feel the same. Your spouse hides a secret letter in her room. You feel it before you see it. A weight presses against your chest, not of fear, but of knowing. I have watched you pace the quiet hours, wondering why the air feels different, why silence speaks louder than words. Listen to me now. I am not the God who whispers confusion into your heart. I am the God who reveals, who uncovers, who waits until your spirit is ready to understand what your eyes cannot yet see. That letter is not there by accident. Nothing is ever hidden from me, and nothing is revealed without purpose. You think the secret is about betrayal, about loss, about something being taken from you. But I tell you this, the secret is about awakening. It is about a turning point you have been praying for without realizing it. I have heard the prayers you prayed in exhaustion, the ones you didn't even have words for. I heard you when you said, God, something must change. This is the beginning of that change. Do not rush. Do not confront. Do not assume. The enemy loves speed, panic, and conclusions made in the dark. I move in clarity and timing. That letter is a mirror, not a weapon. It reflects what has been unspoken between you, what has been buried under routine and survival. Before you open a door with your hands, I am opening a door in your heart. Stay with me here. You wonder why I allowed this mystery. Why not speak plainly? Why not remove doubt immediately? Because faith is not built in certainty alone. Faith is built in moments where you choose trust over fear. You have asked me to deepen you, to make you stronger, to help you hear my voice more clearly. Depth is born in stillness, not noise. Strength is forged in restraint, not reaction. Hearing me requires that you stop listening to every other voice competing for your attention. That letter carries a desire. Not the kind you fear, but the kind you forgot. A longing for healing. A longing for restoration. A longing to be seen without armor. Your spouse has been carrying a burden she did not know how to place in your hands. So she placed it on paper. I was there when the words formed. I was there when tears fell onto the page. I was there when she hid it, unsure if it was meant to be found or simply released from her soul. Do not see yourself as excluded. This is not about you being shut out, it is about you being invited in, slowly, gently, safely. Love is not proven by how quickly you uncover secrets, but by how faithfully you cover one another with grace. I am watching how you respond, not to punish you, but to shape you. This moment will either harden you or wholly ground you. Choose the ground where I am standing. You have been asking me why your prayers felt unanswered lately. I did not leave. I was rearranging. I was loosening knots that could not be untied all at once. I was preparing both of you for a conversation that requires humility, patience, and truth. Revelation without love wounds. Love without truth delays. I am bringing both together in perfect order. Do not skip me in this moment. Do not say, "I'll pray later, after I understand." Pray now, while you don't. Pray while your hands are empty and your mind is full. Invite me into the questions before you demand answers. I am closer than the breath you just took. I am not threatened by your confusion. I am not disappointed by your fear. I am drawn to your honesty. That letter is not the end of something, it is the doorway to something deeper. But doors are not forced open in my kingdom. They are opened with trust. I will show you when to speak and when to stay silent. I will tell you what is yours to carry and what is not. You are not responsible for fixing everything. You are responsible for loving well. Remember who you were when you first asked me to guide your life. Remember the softness. Remember the willingness. Life hardened you, but I did not abandon you to that hardness. I am restoring what urgency and disappointment tried to steal. This situation is not meant to break your home, it is meant to rebuild it on truth rather than assumption. Pay attention to the small signs I place around you in the coming days. A sentence that stands out. A moment of unexpected peace. A pause before anger rises. Those are not coincidences. Those are my fingerprints. I am teaching you to discern, not to accuse. To listen, not to invade. To wait, not to withdraw. You fear losing control. But control was never yours to begin with. Surrender is not weakness, it is alignment. When you release the need to manage outcomes, you make space for me to move. And when I move, I do not do so quietly forever. I reveal what needs light and cover what needs time. Your spouse is not your enemy. Silence is not your enemy. The real battle is between trust and suspicion. Choose trust, even if you must choose it trembling. I will honor that choice. I always do. This message is not meant to rush you into action. It is meant to anchor you. You are standing at a threshold moment, one where how you respond will echo forward. I am asking you to slow your heartbeat with mine. Let my peace guard your thoughts. Let my wisdom lead your steps, there is more I will show you. There are words that will be spoken when the time is right. There is healing that will not come through confrontation, but through compassion. Stay near me. Do not skip me. Do not assume you are alone in this. I am already ahead of you, preparing the next moment, softening what feels sharp, steadying what feels uncertain, and unfolding a truth that is not meant to destroy you, but to draw you deeper into love, deeper into understanding, deeper into me. I am not finished speaking, and neither is the story I am writing around you. Stay attentive. Stay soft. Stay willing. You have learned to survive by reading between the lines, by sensing shifts in tone, by guarding your heart before it is wounded. I understand why. I saw the moments that taught you caution. I did not stop them because I was shaping discernment, not fear. Discernment waits for me before it moves. Fear runs ahead alone. In this hour, I am calling you back from running. Come sit with me. That letter holds words, but the greater message is in the silence around it. What has not been said between you carries more weight than what has. You both learned to protect peace by avoiding truth, and now peace feels fragile because it was built on avoidance. I am not condemning you. I am inviting you into something braver. Peace that comes from truth does not shatter when questions arise, it deepens. Do you remember how often you asked me to remove distance from your home? Distance is not always physical. Sometimes it is emotional, sometimes spiritual, sometimes born from misunderstandings that linger too long. I am closing that distance now. But closeness requires vulnerability, and vulnerability feels like risk. Trust me with the risk. I am your covering. I know you are replaying moments, searching your memory for clues, for signs you missed. Release that habit. The past is not a courtroom where you must prosecute yourself. It is a classroom where you learned what you needed to learn. I am not asking you to analyze everything. I am asking you to remain present. Revelation unfolds best in presence. There will be a moment soon when the atmosphere shifts. You will feel it before you hear it. A heaviness will lift, or perhaps a clarity will settle. When that moment comes, do not interrupt it with suspicion. Let it breathe. Let me breathe into it. I am working in your spouse as surely as I am working in you. Growth rarely happens at the same pace, but love learns to walk together anyway. You have wondered if love is supposed to feel this complicated. Love in a broken world is layered. It carries history, expectation, disappointment, hope, and faith all at once. Do not measure love by ease. Measure it by endurance, by willingness to stay, by humility that bends instead of breaks. I am teaching you a deeper language of love, one that listens before it speaks. There are questions you are afraid to ask because you fear the answers. Yet answers without my presence will not satisfy you. Wait until you feel my peace steady your voice. Then speak, not to win, not to corner, but to understand. Understanding heals more than accusation ever could. I will give you the right words when the time comes. Until then, let silence be prayer. I see how tired you are. Carrying unspoken tension drains the soul. You smile, you function, you show up, but inside you feel stretched thin. You do not have to pretend with me. Lay the weight down. I am strong enough to carry what you cannot. Rest is not escape, it is trust in action. This season is revealing what was hidden, not to shame you, but to free you. Secrets lose power when love meets them with light instead of fire. I am not the God who exposes to humiliate. I am the God who reveals to heal. When I shine light, it is warm, not scorching. Stay under it. You are learning that faith is not only believing I can fix things, but believing I am good even when things feel unresolved. That is mature faith. That is the faith that moves mountains slowly, deeply, permanently. Quick fixes impress crowds, slow transformation sustains lives. I am not in a hurry, and neither should you be. Watch how I soften your reactions. Watch how anger loses its grip when you invite me into the moment. Watch how compassion rises where judgment once stood. These are signs that I am working, even when circumstances have not yet changed. Inner transformation always precedes outer change. Your spouse's heart is not as far from you as you fear. It has simply been speaking a language you have both forgotten how to translate. I am restoring that translation. I am teaching you to hear beneath words, beneath silence, beneath defense. When you listen with love instead of suspicion, truth comes forward naturally. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. What I am doing in your home is specific, intentional, and sacred. Comparison steals gratitude and replaces it with impatience. You do not need another story. You need to stay faithful in your own. I am fully invested in it. There will be moments when doubt returns, when your mind reopens questions you thought were settled. That does not mean you failed. It means you are human. When that happens, come back to me again. Faith is not a one-time decision, it is a daily returning. I welcome you every time. I am also inviting you to examine your own heart gently. Not to accuse yourself, but to understand yourself. What have you been afraid to express? What needs have you buried to keep peace? What prayers have you stopped praying because you assumed they would go unanswered? Bring those to me. I am not only healing your marriage, I am healing you. You are not meant to walk this road alone, but neither are you meant to drag anyone behind you. Walk beside me first. Let me set the pace. When you move with me, others can walk with you without strain. Alignment precedes agreement. The suspense you feel is not meant to torment you. It is meant to awaken you. To pull you out of autopilot and back into awareness. Life dulls the spirit when days blur together. I disrupt routine when it becomes a hiding place. This disruption is mercy in disguise. Pay attention to your dreams, to sudden memories, to scriptures, or words that surface unexpectedly. I am speaking in layers. You do not need to chase every meaning. Simply notice. I will connect what needs to be connected in time. I am guarding you from reacting in ways you would later regret. Thank me for delays you do not understand yet. Many blessings arrive wrapped in waiting. Many disasters are avoided because I asked you to pause. Trust my restraint, your love story is not over. It is being rewritten with greater depth, greater honesty, greater dependence on me. What once relied on emotion alone will now be anchored in covenant, patience, and grace. That kind of love lasts. You may feel exposed right now, like the ground beneath you is shifting. But hear me clearly, you are not losing your footing, you are losing illusions that could not support you long term. I am replacing them with truth that can hold weight. Stay close. Do not rush the process. Do not skip me to reach conclusions. I am in the unfolding, in the waiting, in the not yet. I am teaching you to recognize my voice not only in answers, but in the quiet space before them. There is more I need to show you. There are layers you are not ready for yet, not because you are weak, but because timing matters. Revelation too early can overwhelm. Revelation at the right time transforms. Trust my timing, as you continue to walk through this, keep your heart tender. Guard it, yes, but not with walls, with wisdom. Walls isolate, wisdom discerns. I am your wisdom. Ask me before every step, every word, every assumption. Do not let curiosity turn into control. You do not need to know everything at once. You need to know me. When you know me, you will know how to handle whatever comes next. I am still speaking. I am still working. I am still holding both of you. Stay here with me a little longer. Listen beyond the noise. Let my presence steady you as the next layer of truth begins to surface, because what is coming is not meant to harm you, but to lead you into a deeper understanding than you have ever known, and I am not finished revealing what this moment is truly preparing you for. Now hear me as I bring this message to its resting place, not abruptly, but with intention, the way night settles gently over a weary land. You have walked through these words with a heart that trembles and hopes at the same time. That tells me everything I need to know about you. A hardened heart would have closed itself long ago. Yours stayed open. Guarded. Yes, but open. That openness is where I work best. What comes next will not arrive with thunder or spectacle. It will arrive quietly, like understanding dawning after a long night. One conversation will feel different. One moment of honesty will land softer than expected. One tear will fall without bitterness attached to it. Do not overlook these moments. They are sacred. They are evidence that healing has already begun. You are not standing on the edge of collapse. You are standing on the edge of clarity. Clarity does not always answer every question, but it brings peace to the questions that remain. And peace, true peace, is one of my greatest gifts. It is not fragile. It does not depend on perfect circumstances. It anchors you even when outcomes are still forming. I want you to release the fear that you must protect yourself at all costs. Wisdom protects without isolating. Love protects without hardening. I will teach you how to do both if you let me. You do not need to be naive, and you do not need to be cold. There is a holy middle ground where strength and tenderness coexist. That is where I am leading you. You have learned something important through this season, that love cannot survive on assumptions. It needs communication. It needs courage. It needs humility that says, "Help me understand," instead of pride that says, "I already know." Carry that lesson forward. It will serve you long after this moment has passed. Do not replay this season as a wound. Remember it as a turning point. One day you will look back and realize this was the moment when depth replaced surface, when faith replaced fear-driven reactions, when you stopped trying to control the story and allowed me to author it. Your home will feel different, not because everything became perfect, but because everything became more honest. Honesty invites my presence. Where truth is spoken with love, I dwell without resistance. Where humility makes space, I fill it with grace. You may still have days when uncertainty whispers to you. When that happens, return to what you know, not what you fear. You know that I am faithful. You know that love grows when it is nurtured, not tested endlessly. You know that peace follows obedience, even when understanding lags behind. I am proud of the way you chose to pause instead of panic. Of the way you chose prayer over accusation. Of the way you allowed me to speak before you spoke. those choices mattered more than you realize. They shifted things you cannot yet see. As you move forward, do not define your spouse by a moment of silence or secrecy. Define her by the journey you are now walking together. People are not their weakest expressions, they are the sum of what they are becoming. I am still shaping both of you. Let forgiveness be a posture, not a reaction. Let listening become a habit, not an exception. Let gratitude return to your home, even for small things. Gratitude softens hearts faster than pressure ever could. You asked me not to skip you, and I did not. And now I ask the same of you. Do not skip me when life becomes calm again. Do not relegate me to emergencies only. Walk with me in the ordinary. That is where lasting intimacy is built. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not about to lose what you cherish. You are learning how to hold it with wisdom instead of fear. That lesson will bless you far beyond this chapter. This message was never meant to create suspense for its own sake. It was meant to awaken your spirit, to slow your steps, to draw your attention back to me. And now, as it ends, I want you to rest, not in certainty about every detail, but in trust in my character. I am the God who sees what is hidden and heals what is exposed. I am the God who stands between misunderstanding and destruction. I am the God who finishes what he begins. Go forward gently. Speak truthfully. Love patiently. Pray consistently. And remember this above all else: you were never alone in this moment, and you will not walk alone after it. I am with you, now, and in what comes next. Amen.